So to start off today, we're going to be reading from the book of Proverbs, which is in the Old Testament, chapter 15, verse 2. And it says this: "The tongue of the wise commends knowledge, but the mouth of the fool gushes folly." What does folly mean, Auntie? I don't know if I know what that means.
Well, I think, like, by definition, folly is foolishness. Like,
foolishness.
To be
Okay.
foolish. Not to use good choices or wise choices.
Okay, so the verse says, then the mouth of the fool gushes foolishness. That makes sense. I can totally see that. It gushes foolishness. Okay, so I'm just curious, why do we have toothpaste here today, you know?
Well, Uncle Joe, I thought you should have good breath. We talked about that the other day.
Yikes.
And yeah,
you're right, we did talk about this. So you're going to teach me how to brush my teeth today, Auntie? I'm just curious.
I might. We'll save that at the very end if we need a little more time. But actually, the toothpaste is for another illustration. So today we're going to tie in our verse with several things that you're going to see. And so today we're going to start off with this toothpaste. You're going to take that toothpaste and you're going to squeeze it out onto this plate.
You want me to squeeze the toothpaste into this?
I want you to squeeze the toothpaste onto the plate.
Seems
Go ahead.
easy enough, right?
Yeah.
Seems easy enough. Alright, look at this toothpaste.
It's pretty, huh?
It's really colorful. Look at that.
Yeah, we chose a nice one.
Look at that. Look at that toothpaste.
Wow.
You guys see that? Look, beautiful toothpaste.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Good job. So now you've taken this toothpaste, you've squeezed it out, and the next job is I want you to take this toothpaste and put it back in the tube.
Put it back in.
Put it back in the tube. You made the mess, now clean it up.
I don't know if I can do that.
I think you should try.
I'm going to, but I don't know if that's possible. I'll tell you, this is not going in.
And I am not going to use that tube of toothpaste.
I hope not, because I wasted a lot of toothpaste for no
maybe
reason.
if you like squeezed and then sucked it in.
You're right. Let me try a different one.
Yeah.
Nope. Maybe I need to blow into it.
Okay, alright. Yeah. Make some.
Nope, not working.
Uh-oh. In fact, it felt like some more just came out.
I think it's not working, Auntie. I'm wasting all this toothpaste for no reason.
You know you did. All you did was just make a bigger mess.
I did. Oh man.
Wow.
Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know what to do now.
Okay.
Well, how are you supposed to teach me a lesson from this?
Well, that's a good question. And so, if you're watching today, I want you to think about how the verse that we read earlier, that Uncle Joe read, how does that have any connection to toothpaste and a tub of toothpaste and putting it back in again? But while you're thinking about that, let's do another illustration and see if maybe you can put it together. Okay. Kids, keep thinking, what are we doing and what does this have to do with someone talking and being foolish with their mouth?
All right. You ready for this? Nice.
Hey, Joe, I want to play badminton. You want to play some game with me?
Badminton? That's not even a sport.
What? What are you talking
what
about?
Is this?
What? This is called a birdie.
A birdie? This doesn't fly? See, look, it falls.
What do you mean by that? Come on, let's play some badminton. This is called a racket.
This is not a real sport. It doesn't have a circular object, okay?
What?
It doesn't have a ball.
This
is a sport.
So
You've never played volleyball before? Come on. This is a real sport.
I don't know how to play volleyball, but I know how to play badminton. Can we play badminton, please?
We only play real sports in this playground, okay? This is a real sport. This is what it's about.
Why are you being so mean?
Because this is it. Nobody wants to play a game with rackets. You can't even play that by yourself.
I don't want to play
volleyball.
I don't know, and it hurts. When I hit the ball with my arm, I get all red.
It's just because you're not doing it right. You don't know how to do things right. That's your problem.
What?
You need to learn.
What?
I'm sorry, but you know what? Now I don't even want you on my team. You can't even play with me anymore. Go find somebody else to go play badminton with, because I'm not playing with you. Okay? So this was another example of the demonstration we're trying to do. Do you guys think you know yet what we're talking about, or what's the lesson we're trying to get across today? We still got one more for you. So now this is gonna be our last demonstration. If you guys can see right here, now we have some eggs. Okay, we have some eggs.
They are boiled.
They're boiled eggs. They're not
Yes.
raw eggs. Yes.
Right.
So now Auntie Em and I, we're gonna be cracking these eggs,
And then we'll show you the next step of what we're going to be doing with these eggs.
we are good to go. So now, for our last demonstration, as you see here, we have a match, we have our eggs, and we have a piece of paper. And Auntie Em, can you explain to them what's going to happen right now?
Yes, so what we are attempting to do, we have 2 eggs in case our first one doesn't work. We are going to take this egg and somehow, without touching the egg is going to go from sitting on top of the bottle to going inside of the bottle. And we've never done this before.
Yeah, so if we mess up,
we're just
sorry.
as excited as you are to see this happen. We have one backup egg if this one doesn't work, but we're hoping that this works in one take. All right.
All right.
So once again, egg is going to go into the bottle without us touching it.
All right, here we go. Whoops. Oh, this is embarrassing.
It might be really old.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to do this
Oh,
again.
I got a clicker. That's okay. You can pause it.
Yeah.
And then,
We'll start from
ooh,
there.
you can smell it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Now put the egg. Oh!
That happened super fast.
That happened way too fast.
Well, almost too fast. But you know what we're going to do is we're going to put it in slow-mo so
Yes.
that you can see it happen again. Just as proof,
Yes.
the egg does not fit inside of there. It is too big.
Exactly.
Yeah, so how did that egg slide in there without us touching it? What did it have to do? Okay, so Uncle Joe, how did this egg get in this bottle?
No idea.
Is what we're going to talk about. Okay, so we know that, well, you may not know this, kids, but when something is cold, it actually shrinks.
Contracts.
Contracts, there you go, good word. And when something gets hot, it gets bigger.
Expands.
It expands. You can sometimes see that in a sidewalk where it has cracks. That has to do with weather. When it gets cold, the cement actually will shrink or get tight, and then when it gets hot, it expands, and then you get cracks in the cement. Well, same concept with this. We had an egg that was very large that sat on the lip of this bottle. We put something hot. It was on fire, a piece of paper. It went inside, and so the temperature was warm, and the air was expanded. But then, when the flame went out, the temperature inside the bottle contracted. Everything got smaller and tighter. And same with the egg. It also contracted so that it was able to slip in. And not only that, when it contracts, there's less air inside and there's more air on the pressure on the outside. And so the outside air is pushing that egg down into the bottle because the outside air has greater pressure.
Wow.
So Uncle Joe, I guess the question is, we've done 3 illustrations. How does this all tie in? Toothpaste that we poured out and couldn't get back. Someone being mean with their words outside. And then an egg that's not supposed to fit into a bottle and now it can't come out. What does this all tie in?
Well, it kind of reminds me of like the fact that, sometimes when we say something, many times we can't really take it back onto him. Like I think about this toothpaste, like it was so difficult to put it back in, and as much as I wanted to put it back in just so I didn't have to buy a new bottle of toothpaste,
which I'm waiting for.
The more that I realized, man, this is not, I can't be like that with my words, and when we were outside, Auntie, how did it make you feel that I didn't want to play with you?
Well, very badly, of course.
And you will always remember that now,
I will,
right?
yeah, I'll remember it for a long time.
And don't ever do what I did at home, please. Just trust me, don't ever do that. But the reality of it is that people will remember what you say, and they will be like, oh man, that person hurt my feelings. And then we realize that's not exactly what God told us to do. We see through Solomon in Proverbs that he's telling us we have to be wise with what we say, and what we say can have an effect on other people, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And then lastly, with our demonstration with the egg, we see at first, it could not fit. The egg could not fit, but then eventually it did, and now we can't take it out anymore.
We can't undo what we did.
You can't undo it anymore. And there will be times where you will think about something, oh, I want to say this to this person, and perhaps that will hurt their feelings, and they will go home and be like, man, I can't believe that person really said that. And maybe a relationship can be broken because of that. So it is always super important for us to know what we're saying and be mindful of what we are saying, because it can have a deep impact on people's lives. I have stories of people where I just remember they hurt my feelings, and the times where they have raised me up as well. And they have both made a difference, because with your words you can do so much good as much as you can do harm. So remember that it goes both ways. You say more good, more people will be like, wow, I want to talk to that person. If you say bad, people will always remember you for saying those type of words.
It's a good point.
And we're just so grateful that you guys have joined us today, and we just wish you a happy Sabbath, and God bless you.
Let's bow our heads for prayer. Father in heaven, thank you so much. Thank you for a chance to be able to work with kids. Thank you for a chance to be able to show how science is able to relate to spiritual things. And we know, God, that you're the greatest scientist of all, and all of these things you hope that we see point us to you. So help us to continue to find ways to do that. Bless us on this day and keep everyone safe and happy. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, guys.
Bye.